G'day legends and welcome back to another episode of That Slot Car News for a Friday. We have got tons to get through. Cars, sets, some new stuff coming from NSR and much more. But before we get stuck into today's news, as always, a very big thank you to you at home for tuning in regularly and a massive thank you to the official news sponsor, Pendleslot. And we finally hit 7K. So let's dive head first into the news. I've got a fair bit to get through today, and we'll start off with what's new at Pendleslot. They're showing off the impressive and very limited Model Ant Ferrari 250 Testarossa. Now there's going to be 150 units of this very beautiful looking car. I'm a Ferrari fan. This thing looks like it's been made to the highest degree of detail. There's only 150 available. So if you do want one, check out Pendleslot. So let's visit Scalextric, and they've posted two videos on their socials. The first one is my favorite Ford Escort that they've produced so far, the RSR. We do have a lot of Ford Escorts in our hobby, and this one does stand out. Cool body kit, big massive wing, and it looks like it's having a lot of fun around their track. And they've also posted a second video of an F1 car going around asking what is this, and people have answered, correctly guessed. But I do like seeing some of their older stuff, some of the newer stuff going around the track. And remember, I believe the 30th of this month, they're doing the grand opening of their new museum, the Hornby Scalextric Museum. So I can't wait to see that. If you are going there, please do some filming for me. I think it'd be absolutely epic to go back over there, which I will try to do that next year. And if you do like anything you've seen today from Scalextric, please consider using my discount code TSCG. If you use the link below and then use that code at the checkout, you will get a 5% discount. Directly helps the channel, it also helps the hobby itself. Of course, you are buying slot cars, but it does directly help the channel. But there is some news from Scalextric. Next up, SRC are showing off their light kit. Very exciting. I'm a huge fan of innovation, and SRC probably are one of the best at this. They don't just make slot cars, they make tools, parts and pieces. They make a lot of stuff, and this is their light kit. Looking really good, fitted to one of their cars. And also I did put the news the other day, M3R, well, here is the first batch going out to some races out there. It'd be good to get some feedback on how variable the motor is or isn't. I'm hoping they are very close. So when it comes to racing, you're not trying to go through 6 or 7 motors to get a hot one. So there you go, some news from SRC. Next up, we've got Fly Slot with a bit of a teaser here. They are going to the Foro slot in Madrid. Really good show. If you are in Europe, I recommend you go to it. I wish I could go. And they are teasing their 20th anniversary. What is coming? Now, there's been a lot of great guesses on the Facebook page, and someone has guessed the Alpha GT V6 driven by Carlos Sainz Sr. I'll put up a picture of which one I believe that is. It'd be good to see this car done. It was only done a couple of times before, the Alpha GT V6. I think we do need another one in the hobby. So fingers crossed that is the car. If you've got any other guesses, please put it down below, but hopefully this is the one. Next, we have SEX on their Instagram page showing off 4 of their sets, their compact sets, the 143 scale. One of these is directed at the kiddies, which is exciting. I'll show you all 4 of them now. We have got the kids race. Love the box art, looks fun, looks inviting. So hopefully if you've got kids, this one is definitely for them. Next, we have the jump and loop, a really fun set for kids and adults. I mean, all of these are good for kids and adults. Then we have the Cupra Racing. If you do have a Cupra, massive brand overseas in Europe. If you do have a Cupra, this would be a good way to, I guess, show your support for the brand. And then we've got the Chrono Masters. So 4 really good sets by SEX. They are compact, so 143 scale. And you will see something in the slot car goodies from them as well. So next up, we have a video from AFX flexing their track building skills. I believe it is the logo that they've done, the AFX. Looks really cool. They're pretty much trying to say if you get a set, that's pretty cool, but you can also innovate and make your own monstrous track or whatever you like to do with it. Have some fun with your set. This is what they're trying to put out there. But they've done a really good job. The social media team did a good job on this one. Well filmed, really cool idea. So if you are wanting to get into HO, AFX is definitely a good brand to choose. And for me, a lot of nostalgia there as a kid, watching the commercials, and of course we've grown up with that if you're around my age, 21. So there you go, some news from AFX. Next, we're jumping over to Hobby Classics. They are showing off some more of their design. They've got the HSR chassis. This one is for the advanced slot cars and for some Ninko cars. They are saying it will improve performance. Of course, some of the Ninko cars, well, most of them, all of them now are getting old. So if you do want to update some of the chassis, definitely go to the website and see which cars this will fit for Ninko and of course for the advanced slot. But they have done a better job, they are saying, on the chassis to update those cars. But check the full list out on the website. Really, really cool website. And I always say go and look at them because they are doing stuff on the website daily. So there you go, some news from Hobby Classics. Next up, we're going to say a massive thank you to Gagemaster's website. I came across some NSR cars that I don't think I've shown off on the channel just yet. These are coming soon. We have two Ford P68 3Ls. These look really cool. Again, these are only images. These are coming, I'm guessing, one of the quarters of 2024. And they're also showing off 4 of the AMG GT3 Evos. Now they come in 2 variations. You've got car 4, comes with the King 21K and the Shark 25, and also car number 5 is the same mix. You can buy it with the 21K or the 25K, which is a really cool little combination there. So they are coming, not out yet, but again, another website to keep an eye on. It's a really well done website, Gagemaster. Check him out, lots of cool news on there, and that's where I got this NSR news from today. So let's kick off Slot Car Goodies with Stuff Slot Cars UK, and they're showing off a handful of their items that they sell. Now I do use their tools on, and I'm actually using their tools now on one of my recent builds. So they're showing off the height adjuster, the drivers, rims, setup plate, you name it, they do have it, and it's quality stuff. I can stand by it, I have used it, and I believe I have a little package coming from them. Don't know what's in it, a little bit of a surprise, so we'll see what they do send me. If you are wanting some tools, if you're in the UK, if you're around the world, please check them out and check your local store. They may stock these Staff's products, and I can't wait to show you, I'm looking at it there, my recent build. Haven't finished yet, still waiting for my airbrush to arrive, but then we'll get stuck into it. So next up we have WA Slot showing off some products from Viper. This is the Viper brush spreading tool. Now speaking about Viper, it's an American company, really cool company. I actually reached out to them today talking about a track. So watch this space, I'll see if I can work out something with them. I believe we need to see some more of their tracks on camera. Incredible tracks, good for racing, good for testing, good for fun, and they look incredible and really well made. So watch this space. So if you want any HO goodies, check out WA Slots. So next up we have SCX making an appearance in Slot Car Goodies with a funky bit of track. This is the Pista Connect Bluetooth. This bit of track connects to your Bluetooth, which then you run an app, and you've got many different options you can choose on it. It just heightens, I guess, brings the slot car racing into the digital world, makes it more advanced, let's call it. And I'm glad I said advanced because it is for the advanced 132 scale. Of course, we have seen other brands do this, but this is theirs, the Pista Connect Bluetooth piece of track. So next up we have Racetrack Scenic showing off another kit. Yes, we are spoilt with kits in this hobby, and this is the Targa Florio Garage. Love it. It's the service garage. It look good as a diorama piece on your track. You can light it up. I can see many different ways of doing this, and I can think of someone named Boons who could make this look ran down, old school. It could probably be put in the middle of his track where an old piece of track was running through, where they've moved the racetrack. So I think you'll have a lot of fun with this bit. We do have a lot of stuff coming out for the diorama world. We are very lucky at the moment. The slot car world is full of cars and all sorts of goodies, and Racetrack Scenics are pumping out another really awesome kit. Oh, and I do have a box coming from Racetrack Scenics. I don't know what's in it, bit of a surprise box. They did put up on their socials, what should we send Trav? But let's see what we get. I can't wait to get my hands on it. I think it's a really cool looking product. I've never touched it before, so stay tuned for my review coming in. I better dress this place up a bit with some diorama goodness from RTS. Next up, we have a brand that we have not had on the channel before, Bilop Scale from Spain. Really cool company. They've been following me and I've been following them for some time on Instagram. They do a lot of 3D printing. I'll put up a pic here of some of their stuff that they do. They also do some rims, lightweight rims, and they do some chassis. Now the chassis I've chosen from the list that they've got is for the Scale Auto C7R, the Corvette, but they do a lot of good stuff. And I'm a big fan of supporting the independent side of things. Of course, coming from Spain, they should know what they're doing, and the products look really good. I haven't had a chat with them today, so I'm hopefully going to get some stuff to review. Again, I like to get my hands on it so I can tell you exactly what I think, but most of the stuff we get in this hobby is pretty good, so it's hard not to knock it. So if you are wanting to look at something a little bit different, check out Billups Scale on IG and let me know what you think. So next up, a shout out for an Aussie brand which I've been hanging to put on the channel because the name is pretty cool and so is the brand. It is Icky Sticky. I have reached out to them. We do talk on and off, and I will be getting a little care package to do a review for you. It is Australian, so please support them. If there's any shops out there that know this brand, reach out to them. They do have a lot of stuff in a lot of shops, but they can always supply more. Now this will cross all borders, whether you're doing die-cast car painting, whether you're doing scratch building, slot car world diorama, building plastic kits. They've got a lot of tools and stuff for you to use. So a shout out for an Aussie company, and you will see them on the channel very, very soon. So that's wrap on today's episode of That Slot Car News and Updates. As always, a very, very big thank you to you at home for tuning in. And because of that, you've got us to over 7K subscribers, which I honestly did not think we'll get to. My next big milestone will be 10K. Can we get there? I hope we can. The hobby deserves it. All the content creators in this world deserve it when they're pumping up the slot car world, because I tell you now, they're all working very hard, because unfortunately the hobby is still niche. I can't believe we don't have die-cast car collectors, model builders, RC car guys looking at the hobby as a second hobby or even a first hobby. I've got plenty of hobbies, but this one can definitely be as great as those, and that is my mission, to make sure that it's not niche anymore and it's first thought in someone's mind. What should I start this week up? Slot cards. And also a very big thank you to the official news sponsor Pendle Slot for sticking with me. We have moved to Australia. As you can see, the room is evolving. I will be visiting some racetracks soon. One of them is opening very soon, so I haven't had a chance to do some testing. Maybe got something exciting in December. I'm working on it in the background. I won't say much now, but everything else in between, from reviews to I've got packages coming, so really, really fun. I think that's it. As always, at That Slot Car Guy on Instagram, YouTube, sometimes TikTok. Be safe, take care, support your local. Bye!